7 on the dot. Good morning, Kay.
Good morning. Happy Thursday, Christopher.
Yeah, it's getting there. Warming up too next week. That's going to be exciting. We'll talk about that here in a bit. Studio full of students.
We've got a studio full of students. It is Charles City School Update Day. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
We're going to start out with talking about CAPS, first of all. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about what CAPS means?
Hello, I'm Hayden Heyer. I am 10th grade.
And I'm Claire Gerken, and I'm also in 10th grade.
So tell us about CAPS. What is it?
CAPS stands for a Center for Professional Studies. Basically, it's a collaboration between businesses, community, and education to provide students with professional experiences. The four cornerstones are innovation, problem solving, career exploration, and professional skills.
So essentially what CAPS does is take high school students out of the traditional classroom and immerse them into a professional environment. So we can work on real-life projects for businesses and organizations throughout the Charles City area, and CAPS prepares students for their purpose.
I think it's a great program. Now, as Charles City is starting this program, what are you guys looking most forward to with this program?
I'm looking forward to getting more involved in the community, especially gaining professional experience like talking to business owners, creating different ideas to help them grow the community.
And then I'm looking forward to getting out of the classroom and making connections with business owners on real-life projects. And I'm also looking forward to dressing professionally every day and working in a business environment.
Well, that's always the fun part, professionally.
That's right. So the big question is, how can businesses get involved with it?
So we're looking for projects that businesses might have for our student associates to have the opportunity to work on.
So if interested, businesses can reach out to our instructor, Tammy Wheeler, at the high school, and she'd be willing to come and visit you in more detail about what CAPS would look like and what your connection would be with CAPS.
Very good.
Awesome.
I think it's an exciting program.
It is.
I mean, totally hands-on, and you'll get a feel for what the real world is really like. So cool. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We're switching gears here. Middle school play is on the horizon. Give us a minute here to adjust.
In a new location.
In a new location. Good morning.
Good morning.
Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell us about the play?
Well, my name is Anna Tutu, and I'm in 7th grade.
My name is Cameron Hayes, and I'm also in 7th grade.
So talk about the middle school play. What is it this year?
The middle school play this year is called The 33 Little Pigs, and it's about this big bad wolf who tries to eat all these 33 little pigs because he's very hungry.
But then the pigs keep outsmarting him, and then he gets really mad.
Yeah.
So he keeps trying to, and he keeps failing.
So who's who in the roles here?
So I have two roles, actually. I'm Detective Pig, and I try to arrest Big Bad Wolf. And I'm also Chef Pig. Chef Pig has his own little segment and just makes this very good, delicious slop parmigiana. And I get to eat it, basically.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that'll be interesting. Yeah. And what about you? What's your role?
I'm Straw Pig. I start the whole play, and so I trick the Big Bad Wolf into going after everyone else. And I'm like, oh crap, I should probably warn all the other pigs. And then I argue with my brothers a lot too.
Okay.
It's going to be an awesome performance. So talk about when it is, where it's at.
First of all, where it is, it's a little different this year. It's not going to be at North Grand. It's going to be on Main Street at the Charles City Movie Theater.
Cool. The stage there.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be an exciting,
And then,
refreshing change.
yeah. It's also on Friday or tomorrow at 7 p.m. and then Saturday at 2 p.m.
Okay. So coming right up.
Awesome. At the Charles Theater tomorrow and Saturday, you said, right?
Yep.
Good deal. Well, we'll see you there. Charles Theater, big stage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Very
a lot
much.
for joining us this morning.
We've got Justin DeVore at the helm. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning,
John.
Chris. Good morning, Kay. If you want to, you don't even have to pay to get in. We do accept free will donations for middle school play, but it is available to everyone in the community. So come out and see it. It is at a different location. It's at a much smaller theater, but we are super happy with the cooperation with the Charles Theater that they're able to help the school out until we have a different venue here.
Sure.
So that's great.
So it's been a super busy couple of weeks.
It
Make some big announcements.
So Mike Fisher, superintendent of schools, did announce that he is taking the top educator's job in his hometown of Tuscaloosa. So we are beginning the search for a new superintendent here. If you actually go into Iowa Code, the Board of Education, that is one of their major responsibilities, is that they are responsible for hiring and evaluating the superintendent. So they will be taking the lead on that. And they last night had a meeting, and so they are in the process of hiring a search firm, which is very typical for superintendent searches. There are about 5 in Iowa. They reviewed three of the proposals last night. They picked one, and so their goal is to have this completed by May.
Oh, that's
Right.
fast.
That is a pretty quick
It
turnaround.
is, well, superintendent will start on July 1st.
Sure.
And so that we're hoping for a smooth and quick transition. And this is the time of year where, there's a lot of movement in superintendents right now, and there's a lot of movement in these things. We're disappointed to see that Mike is going back to his hometown, but we also certainly understand that as well. So he's got family there. His wife Sarah has family there, and their son, 6-year-old son Joshua, has grandparents there. So it's always nice to go back home to family.
That's right. We can't be selfish here in Charles City.
Oh, we can. Oh, we can.
We can.
He truly has been a very well loved superintendent for the last almost 4 years now. So we wish him well, of course, and I'm sure we'll find a great replacement for him.
Yeah.
That's right. So something else that's been in the news is the Northeast Iowa Conference. What's going on with that?
So New Hampton, Chickasaw, and Waukon, they are starting some conversations to join the Upper Iowa Conference.
Cresco, New Hampton Cresco.
New Hampton Community School District, then Crestwood High School, Cresco, Howard Winneshiek, and then Waukon.
Yep.
So those are 3 different school districts, and so they are looking to expand and go into the upper. They're looking to expand the Upper Iowa Conference and join the Upper Iowa Conference. So if this happens, it leaves the NAIC conference with only 3 schools and really no longer viable. This was right on the teetering edge of not being viable. Charles City, Decorah, and Waverly Shell Rock are the only 3 schools that would remain should this happen. You will remember that 2 years ago, there were some conversations started basically on the same topic, and other NAIC schools chose not to take action at that time. Now, the entire NAIC conference's hand is being forced because these 3 schools are having these conversations. What I really want to say is that this is not being initiated by Charles City this time around, but because of the circumstances from 2 years ago, we do have plans and contingencies in place if the NAIC dissolves. Katie, you look like you have a question.
Well, then what happens with these 3 districts?
So,
Charles City, Decorah, and Waverly.
sure. So what would happen with those 3 districts would then become, what we would do is we would petition to join different conferences. And so a couple scenarios could be, we could all join the same conference. We could, but realistically, it may actually be 2 join one joins another. It could be that Decorah, Charles City, and Waverly split into 3 separate conferences. There are several options out there. So
It's kind of bittersweet because it's nice to see change and all that, but then you have to think about it as the Northeast Iowa Conference is the oldest conference in the state.
that's exactly
So-
right. They're more than 100 years old. That's what I mean. When talking with some other schools, one of the things is they didn't want to break that up, and so it is yes, Chris, that's a fact, and they didn't want to break that up, and they wanted to find a different solution. One of the challenges that basically came with that was, I think the writing was on the wall that if we lost one more school, then that would certainly be a challenge for a continued viable conference. And so
what is the reason behind this? Is it school population? Why?
I think this has been brewing for a while. I think that there are some sportsmanship issues that would that some schools are experiencing and facing. We experienced that a couple of years ago, and so there is really that's probably one of the elements to it. And so I think that there was everyone wanted to get along and try and work it out. And I think 3 of the schools, and I don't want to speak on behalf of other school districts. I really don't like to do that, but I just kind of picking up on some feelings. I think that could be part of the situation.
Okay.
So when's the earliest this could happen?
Earliest this could happen would be fall of 2023.
Okay, so there's still.
So yeah, there's plenty of time. And here's our promise to you: we will keep you updated as we know more, as conversations continue to happen.
Okay.
All right, good deal. So let's talk about spring break.
Spring break, guys. I mean, it's a couple days away, and I was told yesterday. You know what? We think it's about time for spring break. So that's great. And here's the thing. So we are, so spring break starts for most people Friday at 3:30 or so, things like that. So we'll be off next week, Monday through Friday. We'll be off. No school, and there will be great joy and celebration throughout the land amongst students. So
teachers.
yes, well, and
administration.
I know that we're popping out of town for a couple days. Just it gives us an opportunity, at least my family, to go and do something a little bit different. So that's kind of nice. One thing I will say though is we have hardworking kids, and there are a couple things that are still happening. We talked to you about the CNA class. They're testing on Monday.
Oh wow!
So they're actually going to the NICC, and they are going to be testing for their final exam. So the spring break doesn't start for them until after that, and we have state speech that is actually happening on Saturday here in Clear Lake. So we've got students headed to that. So although spring break starts for most right away, there's a little bit of a delay for some of our students because they're hardworking kids, and we want to make sure that they have every opportunity that they have to be successful.
And best of luck to those testing.
You bet. And
it kind of helps that we have spring-like temperatures next week too.
What is the forecast for next week?
Oh, at least mid 50s to mid 60s by Wednesday.
You
can't beat that.
One of the things that and I don't think it's I don't think I hide this very well. My favorite principal really does like to come back after spring break and say no snow pants are needed at recess, and so we probably drive past Lincoln Elementary School 5 times during the week just to see, okay, is that snow pile actually considered so that we can say, because once there's no snow, boy, we are ready to say no more snow pants.
Yeah.
And I think we're all to that point right about now.
We were to that point first day of March, those first nice temperatures, and it's we can just get that snow melted and everybody's happier.
That's right. Well, thank you very much, Justin, for joining us, and everybody else who was in here talking about the middle school play coming up this weekend, CAPS, and the superintendent search. Keep us updated. We'll talk to you here in a few weeks.
You bet. Thanks, Chris.
All right. It's 8:21. We got your North Iowa weather coming up.
At Scooters Coffee, we like to think of ourselves as day makers. A stop at Scooters can mean a fresh start.